Who's opening this week?
Well, it's your week because it's week 7. But if I'm you, should I do it?
Yeah, you do.
You want me to do it? Okay.
Yeah.
I keep looking at your face as if it's mine. Call me by your face.
I am confusion.
Basically, I talk like I'm high.
Just talk like you're from Edinburgh.
Talk like you're from Edinburgh. Hello everyone, I'm not marijuana, that's not what I meant. Hello everyone, and welcome to an irrelevant discussion. I'm untucked, unpadded, uncinched, and untalented marijuana.
Hi Mary, I'm Sophie So Fierce, and I'm a walking drag race encyclopedia. Party.
And this is an irrelevant discussion. Drag Race Edition. Ooh. Party. So this week's theme is Snatch Game.
Woo!
And in honor of Snatch Game, we have obviously come as our favourite celebrities, Pearl and Kimchi. So let's get right into the episode. We get off the runway from last episode. Blair's gone home, and
I fancied her.
I did. Yes, you did, didn't you? I fancied Dusty as well. We can't all have what we want. I've completely forgotten what we were saying.
We've just got off the runway. Blair Sinclair's gone home.
Kristen Sarah comes home, and we're kind of getting the usual storyline of Monique Hart feels overlooked. Miss Cracker is a little bit shocked she was in the bottom 3. Vixen is fighting everyone. How do you feel about that, Sophie?
I mean, it's just the usual opening banter. But I mean, I agree that Monique, has been getting overshadowed every week, and this week was clearly no exception.
They did bring up the fact that Monique brought a lot of fabric with her, and was literally making them 30 minutes before she had to go on, which is impressive for what she's done, but she said herself that her runways were letting her down.
Yeah.
And that's part of the reason.
I mean, it's a very difficult thing, like being on a budget, and having to be resourceful, especially in a high-pressure competition when you've got people like Aquaria who are coming in
with thousands of pounds worth of outfits.
Yeah.
But I think that kind of also it kind of shows how great she is as well, because she's literally making these things from fabric 30 minutes before and is standing up to people who have paid thousands of pounds for their garments. So the mini challenge this episode was reading.
Ooh.
Which is always a fun one to watch. I think it kind of shows who really doesn't like someone.
Yeah.
I felt we didn't really get to see a lot of it. I felt like there was a lot of good cutty ones that we missed.
Yeah, and hopefully they'll put those on the internet.
There wasn't really any that really stood out, because apart from when Eureka was just like, yeah, that's me done now, I'm waiting for everyone to make fat jokes.
She owned the reading challenge. She took the reading challenge and just made it. She took the power back.
That is the thing I don't like about the reading challenge, is whenever there's a big girl, the only jokes you hear are fat jokes.
Because it's almost like it's their only weakness. And that in itself is like kind of empowering. It's like, hey, look, I've got this. I don't even see it as a weekness. I
don't see it as a weakness either. I think it's just a lack of creativity, to be honest.
Yeah, I think it's an easy way out.
It's an easy, I don't want to do it,
Yeah. I mean, it's like you could read Eureka for personality, you could read her for...
She looks like Tintin out of drag.
You could read her for... you could read her for fashion choices if you wanted to. But the thing about Eureka especially is that Eureka's a strong competitor, so the only weakness that I think people would be able to find in her would be her weight, which, I mean, is not a weakness. It's just an easy way out.
So the main challenge is obviously the Snatch Game! Woo! Are you a fan of the Snatch Game?
I don't know her. So there's a huge array of celebrity contestants, some of which can't even speak yet. Blue Ivy.
Yeah, it was a weird... I don't think this is going to be a very infamous Snatch game, I'd say.
No.
A little bit. It's not that anyone would, well, I don't know, it was just, the winners weren't very remarkable, although they deserved it, and the losers were just bad at characterization, I felt.
This is the thing, I think there was a clear divide with no in-between, or very little in-between, so I felt there were, like, in terms of strengths, I thought Eureka, Aquaria, and Monet Exchange were all very, like, strong in that context. And then, like, I actually watched it and was like, I literally know the ranking already. I was just
like the second it opened and they said their first lines, I always try and make the guess at how I think they're gonna do, and it's just like, from the get-go, Asia was struggling.
This is the thing, Beyonce's a very, very hard character to do, because Beyonce's one of those characters, she's very irresistible to people to do because she's an icon, but Beyonce doesn't have a personality, she's more charming, and it's not funny because she's a literal goddess.
It's kind of back to what we were saying with the reading challenge, where she doesn't really have faults.
No.
And part of a good Snatch game is to draw on either iconic things they say or some faults in their character, like Aquaria did with Melania Trump. I'll be honest, I thought this was the challenge Aquaria was just gonna bomb on, but
literally,
it was so good.
This week, like, all this week I've been thinking who could be going home on Drag Race, and I thought the people that are going to do badly are Aquaria, Cameron, and the Vixen, because all of the others have shown personality, basically, and I thought all of them will do well. So I was quite shocked, obviously, to see people like Asia and Monique struggling.
Who have been really strong and have had great personalities throughout the entire competition.
I just really think that Beyonce is a cursed character. That was a terrible Beyonce. I can't even do the Beyonce voice. I remember when Blue spent her first 1,000. No, it's literally... It's impossible. Don't do it.
Just don't do it.
Don't do
Beyonce,
it.
don't do it.
Just say no.
This week's runway theme was mermaid, and it was inspired by a queen who actually is in a wheelchair and does The Little Mermaid and other mermaid-like characters, and I thought that was just like a great idea.
It was a really, really nice tribute, I thought. And obviously it got some really interesting looks and all that out of it as well, which was great to see. Because, like, I was kind of apprehensive about it when I heard it was mermaid, because we've seen a lot of mermaid looks before, especially last year with the Princess Challenge.
We saw 3 mermaid looks on the same runway, and 2 of them were meh. The other one won the challenge, so it's kind of a...
And the other one was a monkey.
The other one was monkey.
Banana lady.
Aquaria was a standout. I like the storyline behind hers as well. She was like an oil-slicking mermaid, and it was like global warming and all of that.
Yeah. I mean, hers was absolutely, like, as soon as I saw the runway, I was like, okay, yeah, she's nailed it. She's won the challenge, that's it.
What did you think of Aquaria's? Because I wasn't the hugest fan of it.
We just said we liked Aquaria's.
Runway.
The oil mermaid.
Oh my god, I mean Eureka.
To be perfectly honest, I think Aquaria's and Eureka's were probably the only ones that really stood out to me. The rest of them were all just really what you would come to expect from a mermaid runway, and it was just the same silhouette with variations in the colour and the detailing.
A lot of it was meh.
Yeah.
Monique Hearts was very meh, so was the Vixens. And then we had like Asia's, which is the one that threw me a lot because I like the concept.
I really liked it. I thought it was so funny, and that is what saved her.
I thought it was comical and funny. However, when she stood in front of the judges and was just like, yeah, I didn't know what to do, so I just did this, it broke my heart into a million pieces because I wanted her to, like, if you're going to do something like that, you need to commit and stand by it. You need to commit and go, I chose this because, to me, mermaids don't always have to be pretty.
Yeah.
And that's what's setting me apart.
Anyway, so the winner of this week's challenge is Aquaria. I was happy with that.
I was really happy.
Yeah.
I felt it was as though she killed the runway and killed the main challenge, and I don't know what it was about this episode, but I really, really warmed to her.
Yeah.
A lot more than I have previously.
Yeah. Yeah, I think she is doing really well, and she is proving that she does have talent after all, so.
I mean, we are halfway through the competition now, and her and Eureka are the only two who have won 2 challenges. Some people have not even won 1 challenge.
This is the thing, the kind of winning ratio at the moment is kind of odd.
It's really, really skewed. I mean, on one hand, the Vixen has won a challenge.
Yeah.
And on the other hand, she's also been in the bottom 2 twice now.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Miss Cracker has been in the top consistently.
And hasn't won anything.
And was in the bottom 3 once.
Yeah.
There's something a lot about this year that just means it could really go to anyone, and it's whatever week is thrown at someone.
Yeah.
Bottom 2, like you said, are Monique Hart and Vixen is Justified, and the song is Carly Rae Jepsen's Cut to the Feeling.
Yeah.
And Monique Hart doesn't know the word.
I was just
I feel it was a pressure thing as well. And she was honest at least.
Yeah.
She didn't do a Charlie or a Valentina and try and hide the fact she didn't know the words. She literally just said, I didn't know the words, and because of that I deserve to go home.
Yeah. It was just like a failed lip sync though. It had all the things that shouldn't.
I didn't even think the Vixen was that great in it.
I actually thought there's possibility that Ru could send them both home.
I was thinking that as well, and then do you remember last week when I said double elimination? I was just like, oh my god, am I a witch?
Skedaddle, skedoodle! Your dick is now a noodle!
So, the lip sync ends and Monique Hart is sent home, and I'm so gutted. Because I really liked her.
I really liked her as well, but...
Like, week after week, I've been praising her, and...
I felt that she was overlooked the entire time she's been on.
Yeah.
And I feel this is a little bit like... Who was on season 5? That I thought was overlooked a lot.
Jinx?
It was Detox I thought was overlooked quite a lot.
Yeah.
On season 5. I felt like she was a lot like Detox.
Yeah.
Because she was doing like really, really good things, but...
was just not getting the recognition because there's maybe someone better.
Because someone did better that week.
Yeah.
Oh well, I can't really complain though. We've got this is the thing about this season. I can't call anything that's gonna happen.
No, me neither.
I mean, you never know. Next episode, they could bring some bitch back, and
yeah, it could go anywhere.
It's not Miss Vanjie. I hate Miss Vanjie now. It gets said every single week, and I can't go to any gay place without hearing Miss Vanjie. And I know she's gonna win fan favorite, but I want Monique Hart.
Yeah.
I want Monique Hart so much because she's one of these people that deserves it a lot more.
Yeah, I agree.
And that's the show.
Yeah, so overall I thought it was a good episode. I mean, the Snatch Game ones are always the best.
Oh yeah, definitely. And we're halfway through now.
Yeah, and that's us at the halfway point. So now it's gonna get down. We're really gonna be people are gonna be getting separated now, and it's gonna
People
really
can
boil
be kicked
down.
off left, right, centre, in between that area between the ball sack of the anus, everywhere. And that's the end of our show. Thank you very much for watching. We have been House of Irrelevance at HAUS of Irrelevance. I am Marijuana at Marijuana Queen, and this is at Sophie So Fierce. Be sure to follow us on Instagram and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Yes. Do you have any puns to say before we leave, Sophie?
Party.
I don't say it that much, do I?